Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Probably Fixed It. This is going to be another Mower Monday edition. I picked up this mower in on trade for another one. I don't know anything about it, so we're going to go through the steps, see if we can figure out what's wrong with it, and get her up and running. I don't even know what kind this is. Alright, we'll give her a look-see and see what we can figure out. First things first, I'm going to unfold these handles. It's kind of how I put them away for storage. So we'll get that squared away. It looks like it has a plastic carb on it, which don't really knock these things. They're not as bad as... I mean, they're easy to fix. They may be bad because they break all the time, but they're easy to fix. All right, but anyhow, let's get this up. We'll fire it up. We'll check. Ooh, it's got some fuel in it. Don't know how that's going to be. Has oil. Let's get this folded up and we'll get a couple poles on it and see if we can get her to kick over. All right, let's see what this fuel smells like. Ah! It smells like gas, kinda, or napalm. Give us a couple pumps. We'll give it a pull, see if she even kicks over at all on her own. All right, no joy there. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try to get a little bit of fuel into that carb. You can't see nothing because my legs are in the way. Little two-stroke, may smoke a little bit. Get this out of the way so we don't run it over. Well, that was a little better than expected. Let's put this thing back together and see if she'll cut some grass real quick. At the very least, we're going to service it with a spark plug, check the blade, change the oil. This may be a real quick one. We're going to put just a little bit of fresh gas just in case I end up having to rebuild that carburetor. I don't have to deal with so much gas in the tank. There we go, that should be good. Just a little bit in there. Give the thing a real good chance. Running for a little bit. Back on this mystery mower here. We did a quick test cut in the backyard and she cut pretty good. She's just kind of a little bit of a hard starter, but once you get her started, she runs really well. I'm gonna go ahead and take this this air cleaner and stuff off. I'm gonna do a full service on it, place the spark plug. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this carb. I got the little hack. I don't know if you saw it on my last one, but I'm gonna do it on this one. These plastic carburetors, they're so easy, and I'll show you what I do. Actually, this is all pretty loose. Every one of these are loose. That could be part of the problem with this mower. These bolts are all loose. Here. I bet someone got in here and tried to fix it already. Go ahead and get this sucker off here. That was loose, very loose. Another one on the bottom here, loose as well. I have a feeling that was my problem. I bet someone was scared on this plastic carburetor to tighten it up. They didn't get it tight at all, which I can understand. She's pretty filthy in there. We'll get her cleaned up. I'm gonna pinch off the just kind of pinch off this line here. Disconnect the fuel line. Get my fancy fuel line pliers here. That's not them. These right here. The little O-ring fell out, so you got to make sure you don't lose that. That's important. And all you got to do here is just twist that thing like that, and this carburetor comes right off. These parts right here, actually go O-ring in here, then that little white piece is in here, and that's what seals up. That's what seals up here. That's what seals up on your intake. That's all that is to that intake manifold. It's just a pipe coming out, and that interface right there is what seals it up. I'm really glad I actually pulled this thing off, because looking at it, it's missing one of the screws for the float bowl. So someone's been in here before trying to clean it out. I'm gonna see if I have another one of these. If not, I think I have another one of these carburetors that's probably already rebuilt and on the shelf. We'll see. Some of them vary a little bit, so I don't know if I actually have the same one. If not, these are easy to rebuild, and I'll steal this fastener from my other carburetor. Found this box I had, and it says rebuilt. I had a little plastic carburetor in there right here, and it looks nice and fresh, and it appears to be the same. This one here is actually even missing this little vent right there as well, so I'm just going to throw this one on. Just kind of clean up in here a little bit while we're in there. Remember how this goes on? It's just a little, very simple. There's your hole right there. See how close I can get y'all. All right. This, for this particular carburetor, it's a little Briggs Stratton, but it just goes right in that hole. You do a little twist. That's it, just like that. And this is going to slide on here. Make sure you have that O-ring and that seal on there. Put my fuel line on real quick. Keep this on. Get my clamp, my pliers here, and clamp this. Actually, just so I can move it. Got that back in there. Just gonna spray off the back of this real quick, get a little cleaner. This right here has to go in this hose up here. And also it has these little locator pins right here that'll go here and then in there. Make sure you get this hose connected. That's your crankcase ventilation. All right, that's all in place. The machine looking screws, the black ones, are gonna go on onto the metal parts. I'll leave those loose until I get these started. The ones for the carburetor actually go into the carburetor, and these are kind of like sheet metal screws. And I got big old freaking mitts, so it's kind of tough for me to get in there. Snug that up. That bottom one. Snug that up. And put our line back on. We'll pull this off and see if it starts a little easier now. All right, I got it off my little cart there, so I can 2, 3, 4, 5-ish. See if she fires up. That new carb. Okay, she runs good. We're gonna go ahead and complete the service on this mower. I'll look up that carburetor. Like I said, I just had it in a box that said rebuilt. So I apparently cleaned that one up and used it before. But I'll look up this part of this carburetor, and I'll leave a link in that in the description for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and change that plug, change the plug out as well. While we're in here, I got fresh stuff, and we're gonna do another test mow on this sucker too. Because after I do anything, I always like to make sure I didn't screw anything up if I can help it before I send it off to somebody. It actually looks like it has a new plug in it. Someone got in here and tried to do some work into it. I noticed that I didn't have comms on part of that video, so I don't know where you lost it, but I just did changed that carburetor out, did a pole test on it, and she fired right up. I'll do it again just in case y'all missed it, but we'll do a quick pole. See, just perfect. Just like that. Well, actually, I forgot. Oh, she ain't never gonna start. Took the spark plug wire off because I was gonna change that plug out. before I got sidetracked, realizing I didn't have any comms. Let's get this plug out. This is gonna take some creative editing. This is a high dollar plug they put in here. They really tried. You know, sometimes these mowers come to me in trade and someone's tried to fix them and they tried everything they think of to do and they just don't work out for them. So that's why I like to go through them. Like this one here, apparently they tried to do a carb change and change that plug. That's got one of those fancy plugs. I don't know that if that rating matches up to what these are supposed to have. I'm gonna go verify that. If so, I'll put this one back in because it's a premium plug. If not, I'll put one of my just stock replacement plugs in. All right, so I looked it up real quick, and these E320 spark plugs are good for these mowers. So that is a new spark plug, so we're gonna go ahead and put it back in there. And there's actually a torque spec on these. I think it's 180 inch-pounds. All right, let's get this oil changed. Oh, let's see how she fires up. I think I was gonna show you all that. We just replaced that carburetor. Now we hooked the plug wire back in and see if she fires right up. Fires right up. All right, let's change this oil. Got this little pump. It's mainly for doing outboard motors, doing the lower end stuff. But it worked really good at getting this old oil out. Yeah. Just pumps right out. Don't worry, I'm not going to make y'all watch all this. All right, just put some fresh oil in there. I like to have it, see if we come out right. Yeah, right there. I like to have it kind of right between those two dots is where I like to have it. Oh, can't see it. There it is. All right. Oil's good, spark plug's good, carburetor's rebuilt. Now it's time to do another quick test mow and then get this sucker cleaned up and change the air filter. I think I might have an air filter. Got me a freshly oiled filter in there. Clean, freshly oiled. So it'll capture the dirt. Put this back on. Let me just blow this out real quick. Alrighty. Let's go give this sucker another test mow. Then we'll clean her up. Alright guys, that does it for another episode of Probably Fixed It Mower Monday. This one was a pretty quick, easy fix. Just did a quick carburetor swap. I had one laying around, an old plastic one. Those plastic ones really aren't as bad as everybody makes them out to be. They're cheap, easy to fix. I got little cartridges. If you will go back and watch my video with that black 22-inch Murray, I'll show you a quick hack on these plastic carburetors. You can get them up and running real quick and easy. That's all it really needed. I did that, oil change. The plug on it was good. Looked like someone got in here and tried to do some work themselves and just got a little bit over their head. But you can't be afraid to do this stuff, guys. It can be done. Just stick with it and you'll get it done as well. Thanks again, and if you like watching these videos, please like and subscribe.